How to image trace in Adobe Illustrator. This is probably one of the most iconic images that has been made with image trace. This was created by Shepard Fairey, who was born in South Carolina, and I really like his work. He used image trace with Illustrator, and so can you. So let's learn how to do that. This is just a picture of Seth Farley that I got off the internet. Now, this is a really small photo. If we were trying to print this out on a big, nice poster, it's not very big. It's only 197 pixels by 195. That's not going to print well. You can bring a raster image in, and of course, we could use any of the ways that we have learned to create a vector out of this, but if we want to do it the easy way, we can use image trace. Now, you really shouldn't use this on things like logos and stuff, but it's fine to make artsy looking stuff. When you click on it, image trace is going to appear up here. So we're just going to click on image trace, and it's going to think about it and give you something that looks kind of like that. We're going to open up this right here, which is the image trace panel, and make sure you've got it kind of open where you want. All right, so it defaults to be like this. So let's look at the presets. Now, high fidelity photo, low fidelity, all these things. So let me show you what it does when it's a high fidelity photo. And I'm going to zoom in on it. It takes it a second to think about it. Okay, so if we zoom in, you can see what it's doing. It's turning all of these different colors into various stuff. I don't like the way that looks. I think that just kind of looks bad. Here's a low fidelity photo. And to me, that just looks weird. What I would do is to kind of make it look artsy like that one is do 3 or 6 colors. So let's see what 3 colors looks like. That's kind of not enough. 6 colors might be too much. Okay, I'm going to go down to 4 colors. I think that's what I used before. Okay, that's more the look that I was trying to get. So now, students always forget this next part. This is very important. When you have got it the way you want it, and there's all kind of different things you can choose, look at all of this, change the paths and all, mess with all this. It's going to be different with every picture. You have to remember to click expand. Now that I've clicked expand, you can see that it has made everything into all of these different vectors. So now if we wanted to recolor this, think about this if we wanted to change it like Obama Hope. You could go into the direct selection tool and start selecting things and then go over here. Let me get that. Okay, I'm going to make it green for some reason. But if you have a very complex photo, this is going to take a really long time. So the easiest way to do this is to select all of your points and go over here. It's right underneath the shape builder tool that we used for the sailboat. There is a live paint bucket tool. And what the live paint bucket tool does is whatever you select in your swatches, you can just click. Now this is how they do comic books and things. So they will open up a swatch that has the exact colors of what Superman's supposed to be, or The Simpsons, or whatever. And they'll know that's Marge's hair, and then they will just go and color it in. Back in the day, you had to take ink and sit down at your desk and do this. So this is how they do stuff like that. And you could even add different textures. Now that looks really crazy. Let's get some normal textures. I'm going to open up swatches. Swatch, patterns, basic. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I want the dots. There we go. Something like that. Wait, I want the lines. Let's get the lines. Open swatch, patterns, basic, lines. There we go. Okay, now we're kind of cool. In the next video, I'm going to show you the actual assignment that we're doing. So I wanted to show you something special about that. So this is something that I used for the example in the next video. And this is just a very bad 72 DPI off of the internet, not very good picture, but I thought, and actually it looks like it might have been a tile or something. So I'm going to use image trace on this. So once again, click on it, click image trace. I still have this open. I believe I used 3 colors on this one. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to hit expand. Now the problem with this is I just want this. I don't want that background. So right now these are all grouped together. Let me show it to you in layers. If we open this up, you can see it is just all kind of stuff. It's a very complex craziness. So first we need to ungroup this. So I'm going to say object ungroup. Now I can click off of it and click just on that background and click the delete key. Now the problem with this particular image is that I can't get rid of this background here, because if I were to click that, the gray, it's going to delete stuff that I want. So I'm going to undo, Control Z. Easiest way to do this is to get the eraser tool and zoom in a little bit and just kind of cut. So now they're separate. This is the eraser tool. Now these are separated. I can grab them, grab this stuff and delete it. Got a little bit of junk here. Now, if you do something like this, make sure before you continue on to group it back, because once again, this is a bunch of stuff and you don't want to start doing stuff like that. We've got to stay organized because we're making a more complex design. So I'm going to select all of them by clicking and dragging object and group them back together. Now they're all together and I can put them in my poster. Okay, so watch the next video about what we're actually going to do. And if you need help with image trace, you can look at this, which has all that I just did written out. Okay.